Are you guys ready to get this party started? Clap those thunder sticks and put your hands together for the Dallas Fuel. Excuse me, it's the Philly Fusion coming out swinging first. No smiles from Carpe yet. Shadowburn's coming out smiling though, Johnny. And there. Diva roll. Today though, we have to introduce the opponents for the Fusion. And on the other side of the stage playing Diva is going to be Mickey and the Dallas Fuel. The Fuel are one of the most beloved teams in the Overwatch League, but so far in the inaugural season, they've struggled to find their footing. This squad is currently 1-5 coming into today's match, but they did get their first big win over the Shock last Friday before...
So just keep that in mind. Mercy, Valk has not been changed, and there we go. Effect pins Fraggy into the corner.
Out of the fight, Effect gets brought up by Chips. That is his one res. Chips can't pop Valk. Again, old patch. He's gonna have another res available if he wants it, but I think this damage is too much. Shadowburn will put the finishing blows on it. Justice reigns from above. Philadelphia very likely taking first point.
Yeah, Mickey trying to do the best that he can here to stall.
Based on the amount of damage he does, that's why he's able to combo. If you've ever played a fighting game, then Doomfist is probably the hero for you.
Well, this is interesting. The Transcendence there to allow Taimu to get the Deadeye off, and Taimu finds the kill on Shadowbird, but of course Neptuno's going to be there with the res, so that balances out somewhat. Carpe just being a constant thorn in Taimu's side until Taimu says, I've had enough. And Carpe is finally out of the fight here.
Both Valkyries out yet again as teams are trading out. The Dallas
Philadelphia Fusion, as far as the kills are concerned.
Going to be interesting to see if Dallas wants to double down here and use Valkyrie into the fight. They do just that as Chips comes out. Will bring Effect back to life. They really want to hold on to the second point, and they should. Only 30 seconds left. If they can hold this, very likely they will stop the cart right here.
Both tanks working as a duo together. Mickey's
trying to get this. Oh, Shadowburn at a sliver of health comes in, but he will die to the man with the glasses in hand. Dallas holding on.
Unbelievable that Coco gets the Primal Rage at the nick of time, knocking him back as well. Neptuno just barely dashes in time to tap the cart and keep the overtime burning. But Dallas Fuel, they are here. Chip Sayan is back in the fight there to keep his teammates alive as well. And it's just going to be a stagger kind of play here for Philadelphia Fusion. The longer that wick burns on the overtime, the quicker it's going to go. They need to stay alive, and the Primal Rage right now working out for Fraggy.
A nice Primal there for Fraggy to keep it alive, but now it is just Shadowburn and Carpe on the card. Can they combine for the kills they need? Shadowburn some gymnastics off the edge. Not enough!
To get the res off, and he's spotting him. Taimu's now going to get these guys boxed into the room. If Neptuno shows himself, he's going to be in a bit of a tight spot.
Back in the corner, Chips brings up Effect to try to get back in there. Effect takes down Boombox, who's been his favorite target so far, but Shadowburn has a wait for Carpet to get there. I imagine they're going to send Fraggy in here on a Primal Rage. Harry Hook going down to his counterpart is brutal as well. Taimu continues to punish Carpet.
There we go. That flashbang, that's what it's all about here for McCree. That's how you shut down that Tracer. And Taimu, such a quick Deadeye. He's nearly got his ult again.
I like this rotation. Come sit inside the bubble and try to find an angle for the punches. Does some drywall work there, just punches the wall. Both teams have traded out. Chips is going to pop his Valkyrie. Any second, no, Chips goes down 2% before his Valk comes up.
Oh, Effect does get the kill on Boombox. That is the fusion, but you've got no room for error. 20 seconds left. You need to get on the point. And Shadowbird picking off Chip Sayan before Chip can pop out. That's it.
Out enough for Chips to fly back in. They do. The Valkyrie is over the top. Shadowburn's got him in his sight.
Oh.
One!
No way. Oh, the kills. Shadowbird. Unbelievable how good he is at hitting these rockets. He makes it happen. Now they're just filing in one after another for Dallas. The overtime wick is burning down, and Philadelphia Fusion will hold on the first point. First map.
Form here. This is a team that has still not practiced all that much together. This is probably their 4th week of really being a team.
Do you know what works well against allowing somebody to find that final form? A trap mine combo. That's a pretty sick one. You know, you're not going to be in form for very long if you get caught there, and that's exactly what Effect is looking for. Time already, and there it is. Shadowbird walks right into the trap. Well, so far it hasn't really worked out for Shadow, and Shadow once again getting tagged.
Well, the dive is not going to ever really be able to deal with Taimu back here unless they send a Genji around the left side here. So they're focusing on the front line, but hard to do when you lose your tank like that.
There's the shot, Taimu. He's getting flashbacks from Eichenwald. Can't quite get the follow. Shadowburn with the mobility, looking to hunt down Mickey, who barely makes it around the corner. That's not where he wants to be. No chance of a res either coming in from Chips, and so things are looking pretty grim here for Dallas. It could spin out of control. Effect not able to get anything out of the Riptire either, and they are making progress. 4-5 alive, and Dallas not even able to get out here to tap the point.
Well, I think Effect is going to make the call, because Effect does a triple blink up top, trying to get to Boombox, who's way back there. And that is where the pressure is going to come from. Effect is so far in the back lines right now, but Carpe does find one kill early on. Taimu answers quickly.
There is the trade. And Hotba remaining on the high ground, although not for long, as I say it. Mickey charges through, knocks him off, and Harry Hook is back in the fight with effect as well. Just like that, this could be the turning point here for Dallas.
Healing as well. He'd switched to Moira partway through that fight to get back to the point quicker and perhaps help out with a little damage there. So now he's just made the switch back to Mercy. Means that they're about 40% behind on their Valkyrie charge, which is enough window for Dallas to complete this offense.
Revenge for the first half there, the pick. Shadowburn dancing and on the edge, and Taimu gets him in the open in the end. Finds that ult advantage. They do have the throughput. Mickey just goes charging in, hoping to get into the back line. He's calling for support from his teammates, and Effect is there to lend a helping hand. Pick up the kill on Boombox. Coco reigns supreme as well, and Shadowburn trying to make the difference here with the Dragon Blade. He will find a kill on Harry Hook, and they are just all over the place. Shadowburn reigns supreme.
Close out ultimate.
Now this could be making the difference because both support ults have been used now. That trance is out, and so that sets it up perfectly for the Death Blossom. And for sure enough, he will find the kill on Neptuno and the follow-up, the D-back on Hotba, the turning point. Perhaps here for Dallas with the backline dead. Boombox doing the best he can to stay alive, but it's not for long, and the self-destruct will force him off the point. Dallas Fuel will tie it up 2-2 in the end.
Go for the other team to dislodge you.
Woo! Styling.
Fancy tech here. We'll see what Effect wants to do with it. I mean, this is no longer just a joke Doomfist. He's waiting for some very specific moment to come around the corner, maybe uppercut, and then land on top there. That'd be a unique variation of the .com. There it is!
Unbelievable. Manages to make it work. Gets the kill on Shadowburn to start as well. That Dragon Blade, he can be really patient here. Just hope to find a target. He's got his deadly duo. His twin in destruction. Carpe at his side. Taimu catching shurikens to the face. That's never pleasant.
No permanent progress so far. Carpe, though, has found his targets in the backline. Open up, no more healing for Dallas.
This could be the difference. Hotba will find the kill on Mickey. No remake. They will get stalled out, and this is going to be the turning point here. Philadelphia Fusion will lead the series 2-0. Going into where Dallas are just split up all over the place, just trying to find one point of weakness here to take the fight to Philadelphia. And already, there we go. Coco is going to commit himself to the site. He's already down to half HP, but more importantly, he's going to be trying to create space here for Effect to go to work.
Effect does come in. 1v1 is won by Effect there, so the score is tied up 1-1. And this is what I'm
looking for a shot. He will get one on Fraggy, but he needs to find some softer targets here. And there it is, the kill on Boombox. That's what he was looking for.
Chips is very patient there, waiting for the last second for his Valkyrie. He will bring people back to life, and Taimu is putting them into the earth himself.
Seems like he can miss right now. Carpe will gang up with the rest of his team and assassinate Coco. But so long as Taimu is still alive back here, there is a chance. Once again, Boombox out of the fight, although he will get rezzed immediately by Neptuno.
That's the only res, though. Now he puts him right back down again, gets styled.
The Shadowburn looking to get into the back line once again. Just raining rockets in with impunity. Harry Hook caught in the corner, nowhere to go. But Chips will be there.
There's a little bit more white on the ground there as Chips falls again. This one's going to come down in the next few kills, and it looks like Philadelphia secures those kills. There's the barrage he has in his pocket. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up the rest.
We got it all highlighted there, thanks to the third-person view as well. Shadowburn, as soon as he goes for the barrage, what's happening? He's getting damage boosted by Neptuno. Just sheer. Getting into these high ground positions, looking to try and punish Dallas Fuel when they move out into the open. That's what the name of the game is here, although Effect starts off strong. Pulse bomb to D-Mac, and already 3 quick kills coming through here for Dallas Fuel.
Very difficult to get on a Zenyatta, who's got a Mercy right behind him. Zenyatta switches over to DPS mode. Speaking of which,
and Neptuno, they have both of their support ults ready to go.
Well, there's Fraggy first brought up. Coco goes down yet again. Shadowburn gets plunked right away, but Taimu has to give up his life for it. And those DPS ultimates can be absolutely killer. Great positioning in that last search from Dallas. They completely zoned out where Philadelphia wanted to fight, and then Taimu takes advantage of the space his tanks give him in the back line.
Effect is loving this kind of positioning as well. If you're going to come through those hallways, that is exactly where I want you to be. That is where I'm going to look to get my pulse bomb into the fight. D-Mac possible here. Hoppa taking a lot of damage to start, and that opens it up. Fraggy will get dropped in the meantime by Mickey. The Shadowburn, he's looking for kills, but he gets caught on the wall. Unfortunately for him, not able to get more out of that Dragon Blade. And well, not much you can do when you're dead. Taimu then a flashbang on the edge, contesting on the point. Carpe doing the best he can to play those angles and stay alive. Needs to be able to get back in here. He needs to stay alive so he can blink onto the point and just tap it if it starts ticking into overtime. And sure enough, that's what he's going to do.
Boombox gets Chips as well. Neptuno and Chips have both switched, thinking to get back to the point on the support main. Shadowburn trying to close this out. He's got the blade ready. A slice through the mech will do not much. Finds Effect and Harry, though.
Oh, that's so huge. And it might actually happen. Philadelphia both times. Yes, lost here for Dallas Fuel.
But Chips has to resurrect Taimu right away to bring him back to full fighting strength. Hoppa takes out his opposing Mac, and that opens up a ton of sightlines for Carpe, who will continue to capitalize on it. Takes down Pilot Diva.
Later for the reading room. Instead, it is going to be Shadowburn looking to take advantage here. High ground, this could be an opportunity for him. He spotted out his target, and with the Dragon Blade, he could get a fresh dash, but Chip's going to be able to back off intact, although, as I say it, one of those reses has been wasted on Coco.
I don't think Shadowburn knew he was up there. I don't think he was even aiming for him. He accidentally killed the scientist up there, but hey, we'll take it. Now still getting a lot more of this chip damage in. So patient on these blades, and this is where that patience pays.
Into the barrier, so no joy for him. No picks, although as I said, there was an opportunity. Doesn't matter. Shadowburn, he's found his single target. He's gonna hack him to bits. Harry Hook is out of it, and Chip saying as well, caught in the open. Shadowburn yet again getting the... But, you know, that's it, you know. Boombox stays tranquil in these sorts of situations. The darkness doesn't affect him. He shines forth with the light, keeping his teammates alive, keeping them in the fight. And who is falling left and right but Dallas Fuel, one after the other. They're dropping like dominoes.
Defense.
Well, Mickey manages to stay alive, though he dodges the self-destruct, and that is going to be valuable so long as he can stay in this fight. There's a bit of a delay effect. Speaking of which, finds Carpe looking the wrong way, and Harry Hook is there to remove Shadowburn from the fight as well. Sure, that is what's going to happen. He's out of the fight already. Neptuno, no Valk in play here to bring his teammate back into the fight either, although as I say that, of course, he just gets it off the old-fashioned way. So there's the res used for Neptuno, and Shadowburn, yet again, reigning supreme in the back line. This time it's Harry Hook. It's effect. Taimu just blinks out, doesn't want to have any... His kill, he gets rewarded. Of course, he's robbed. It's like taking candy from a baby. Chip saying there with the res will take Mickey back into this fight, and they will continue as Taimu goes for the dead-eye, whips around. The shield is in the way. He eventually, doesn't get a kill because he gets it reflected back in his face. They're definitely going to benefit. Shadowburn is there to chop Harry Hook. Doesn't like his music, apparently. Taimu, in the meantime, is doing work with the help of Coco as well, and Philadelphia might be getting punished here at the, at the finish line. This is not where you want to start losing fight. Wick burning now. And Boombox not wasting any time with the Transcendence as well, getting that right back into the fight here to keep his teammates alive. Although, as I say, that effect does get value in the end with the Doomfist.
Carpe was one bullet away before the self-destruct took him down. Chip's already softened up. Shadowburn's gonna bring it all the way in. Neptuno is now back in this fight. We'll bring Fraggy into the mix as well, but it is Shadowburn who cuts apart the hopes.
Diffusion that forces Chip Saiyans' hand, forces him to use the res and the Valk very early on in the fight, and that should definitely favor Neptuno.
Taimu keep putting quarters in that machine. He's got life after life here thanks to Chips here. We'll see if this can actually land on something. A hard ult to land, but Neptuno finds himself be able to bring some of his teammates back to life.
Shadowburn dancing on the edge.
No, Neptuno!
This might be big. Yes, effect with the pick. The turning point definitely reached here as Shadowburn has the blade. He might have to commit it, or he might decide to hold on to it, and he's not going to get the chance because Coco's going to tase him to death. He just keeps getting chipped down no matter where he shows himself. He's looking for that one-punch combo. The one-punch man in full effect, and there it is! Neptuno, surprise! You caught in the corner, you got nowhere to go! And in fact, he's got the Meteor Strike ready to go as well. And sure enough, there it is, clearing out the squishies from the point, forcing them to leave the side of that payload. If they do, it can be over. Keep an eye on that wick because it can end in the blink of an eye. Neptuno caught playing bravely there in the hallways. Definitely not the place he wants to be though when there's an angry effect hunting him down. And effect, speaking of which,
that is a long distance damage pressure. They will not have a resurrected. Boombox comes back out of spawn actually and is able to transcend, keep his team alive. Down goes Harry, down goes Chips. Effect will be the next to fall, and Philadelphia has held on to Dorado.
They were close to the